Hello students, today we are going to study loop in Matlab, okay, or loops in Matlab. So there are two types of loop statement. What is loop? Loop is nothing but a format, a way in which we are executing a block of statements. If a block of statement have to be repeated, okay, have to be repeated. To repeat the block of statement, we are going to use the loop. Okay, so now we'll see what are the different types of loops available in our Matlab. So we have only two types of loop statement. One is for, another one is while. So for and while are the two loop statements available in Matlab. Okay, now let us study the syntax of for statement. So in for statement, the syntax of for statement. So syntax of for is a keyword for space. Here I have to write the how many times I have to repeat. Okay, so how many times I want to repeat. For example, I have to repeat the block of whatever the block I have. If I want to repeat it 10 times, so I will write so I can use any variable here. So to keep the track of number of iterations, okay, so 1:10 means it indicate. So this for loop will execute 10 times. In each iteration, means in each round of execution, the value of I is incremented by 1. Okay, so now for I is equal to 1:10. So here I am giving any instruction which I want, or any block statement which I want to execute. Okay, so I can use, for example, so let us calculate factorial of a number from 1 to 10 up to 10. Okay, so I will take a fact is equal to 0. Starting I am taking some variable called fact is equal to 0. Next I am taking fact is equal to fact of star I. Okay, so 0 if I take it, we will get the answer equal to 0. So I am taking fact is equal to fact star I with a semicolon. Then we should have a end. So for should be there and end should be there. Inside between these two we have to write the block statement which we want to execute. Okay, so what happens during first execution, the value of I is equal to 1. So 1 into 1, the fact value will become 1. During the second iteration, the value of I is equal to fact is equal to 2. Okay, so next during the next iteration, the value of the fact is equal to 2 3 is a 6. Okay, so next 6 4 is a 24. Like this we have the numbers factorial up to factorial of 10. Okay, up to factorial of 10 we are getting the result. So this is about the for loop. Next is while statement. Okay, so in while statement we have, so while will execute the block of data until the condition is satisfied. Whatever the condition you have given here, so until this condition is satisfied, until this condition is true, whatever you give within for while and end, so this will execute. This block of data will be executed until this condition is true. Okay, so if I take, for example, same factorial, if I take until the value of this fact is less than, consider until the value of this fact. So bracket is also not needed. So if you want, you can put the bracket. If the value of the fact is less than, until the value of the fact is less than 10 lakh. Okay, 10 lakh. Okay, I cannot put 0. So until the value of this fact is less than 10 lakh. Okay, so until this value, so we can value of the fact can be equal to fact star I. So I have to declare the values here. So starting the fact value is equal to 0. So I have to take the fact value is equal to 0. Okay, and then sorry, not 0, it should be 1. Okay, and here I have to take I is equal to I plus 1. Okay, and here I can write I is equal to 1. Starting the value of I is equal to 0. From 0 I cannot take. I have to take from 1 itself. Okay, the value of I is equal to 1 and factorial is equal to 1. So while fact is less than 10,000, fact is equal to fact plus I. Until the value of the factorial is less than 10,000, so this loop will execute. When it becomes less than this one, when it goes, the value of the factorial goes more than 10,000, then it will come out of the loop. Okay, in order to calculate the factorial of a number, we are using this block. Okay, so if some case, if I don't want up to 10,000, okay, so after it reaches, for example, 8,000 or something, I have to come out of the loop. So at that time I can use a break statement. One way I can put here only. Okay, I can write if the factorial value is less than. Okay, so in another manner I can write. I can put a value fact is equal to 1, means condition is always true. So this will execute, this loop will execute for n infinite number of time, means it will not come out of the loop at all. So because the condition is always, whenever I use while 1, so whatever the block present inside the while, so it will execute for infinite time. It will not come out of the loop. Reason is, so this condition is always true. So for that reason, in order to make the same attempt, that is the factorial should come out of the loop after getting the value 10,000, I can use here if the value of this fact is greater than, okay, greater than 10,000. If the value of this fact is greater than 10,000, then break. Okay, so end of your if, then end of the while. End of while. Okay, so this while, for this while this end, and for this if this end. Okay, so now what happens? Same thing, same program have written, but in the different manner. Here have used the break statement. So when, if the factorial value is greater than 10,000, it will come out of the loop. If it is less than, then it will execute, it will go to the iterations. Okay, so here what is this break statement then? Break statement will terminate the loop. Whenever it execute, it terminates the loop in which it is present. Okay, whenever the break statement is executed, so it will terminate the loop within which it is present. Let us execute this program. Okay, so first program I am going to execute is using the for loop. We are trying to calculate the factorial of a number. Okay, starting I have given factorial is equal to 1, then I have taken a loop in which I has given a value 1 to 10. In each iteration I value will be incremented automatically. Okay, so fact is equal to fact star I. So first 1 will be there, 1 into 1, then 1 into 1 into 1 into 2 into 3, like this it will multiply and will get the factorial of a number. Okay, so let us run this program. See, we got the factorial of a number, means this is factorial of 10. Okay, factorial of 10. Get factorial of 10. Okay, so next we will go for another program. So in this one, same program I am trying to execute using the for loop, in using the while loop. Here I have taken the value of I less than or equal to 10. If the value of I is less than or equal to 10, then we have to do factorial is equal to factorial star I. Every time the value of I is incremented by 1, means automatically it is not incrementing, we have to give the value to I. Okay, so I is equal to I plus 1. Starting value of I is 1, next the value of I is 2. So during second time the value of fact is equal to fact into I, that is 1 into 2. In the next iteration the value is factorial into 3, then factorial into 4, like that. Okay, so when it reaches 10, it will come out of the loop. When the value of I is less than or equal to 10, then it will come out of the loop. Okay, so I will go, if it is less than 10, it's enough, otherwise it will take 11. Okay, so I then just run the program. So I got the same answer here also. Okay, so next I'll go for another one program. So like this we can go for a program in which so in another way I can read the program. The way is like this. Okay, so let us see break and continue statement. Okay, so you may observe here I have used while one. Okay, while one, it indicates the infinite loop. Okay, so if I value is equal to I plus 1, just I am displaying the numbers 1 2 3 4 like this. I am displaying the numbers. Okay, I am checking is the value of I is greater than 10, then break, means it will come out of the loop. When I give while 1, it will go for infinite loop. Okay, so if the value of I is greater than 10, it should come out of the loop, otherwise it should continue in the loop. Okay, so if I is equal to I plus 1, every time it is incremented by 1. So here I have used another one statement called continue. If the value of I is equal to 5, then continue. Okay, what it will do, it will skip this iteration. Whatever the instruction below this continue is there, it will skip these instructions and it will go to the next loop. Okay, so let us run this program. So you may observe we got the numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6. So here you may see that 5 is missing, because in the program what I have given, in the program we have given if I is equal to 5, then continue. Okay, so the instruction below this continue is display, as the display instruction is not executed when I is equal to 5. So for that reason the 5 is not displaying. And while 1 means it will go for infinite loop. Okay, if I give the value here until the value of this is 10, okay, until the value is 10, it will execute. When the value of I goes more than 10, it will go for break, it will come out of the loop. Okay, hope you understood. Thank you.